Are you ready to wrap up the 2024 year cycle? We have the full moon at 23-degree Gemini on the 15th of December. You want to learn more about it? Let's chat. Well, this full moon is making a wide conjunction to Jupiter. It also has the sun and moon squaring Neptune in Pisces. So it's going to give us some stop, drop, and roll. What did I really witness? What have I been believing this whole time? And what is the truth? So there's this whole mask coming off and deep self-awareness. We're going to really notice the truth, and we're sorting out what was to what truly is. And so there's a deep, deep awakening to this one. Now it's also that culmination. We have the whole year we're wrapping up, and also Pluto is now in Aquarius. So the whole energy behind this is a new season to feel, and we're still having other things happen. Let me get into it. So this final full moon is asking us to sort out fact from fiction, right? But Gemini full moon, the ruler is Mercury, and Mercury is actually turning direct on this day. So it is a beautiful day in the sense that things by the end of the day, well, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks after Mercury stations, direct or retrograde, to sort itself out. So we still have 3 weeks of a little bit of hiccups, we'll put it that way, that can happen. And we might be retracing our footsteps again, or themes may show up again. But really, it's stationing direct on this day of the full moon, where the full moon is illuminating everything that needs to come to light. So anything that was hidden from us for the last, we'll say 6 months, right? Because that's how long it's been since the new moon in Gemini occurred. And so what has come to completion? What are you feeling right now? And what are you trying to let go of? Because remember, December has 2 new moons. That's right. On December 30th, we are ending the year with a new moon in Capricorn. And we started the month on December 1st with the new moon in Sagittarius. So we're really saying, okay, we hear you, universe. We need to let go of X, Y, Z. Now what can I do? And then with the square to Pisces Neptune, we're saying, oh my gosh, I thought I was doing this right the whole time and I overcompensated, or I promised this and I don't have time to do that, or I thought this person was such a great person and they turned out to be this way, or opposite, right? Whatever the case may be, it's really taking the blinders off and saying, oh, okay, halt, I need to do some revision. So let me just backtrack for a second, because I do want to tell you what's already happening, which will add influence to this full moon in Gemini. Now, we have Mars now retrograde. It started retrograding on the 6th of December, and it is retrograde until February 26th. So this isn't a time to do any major surgeries, especially on the full moon and on the new moon on the 30th. Try to avoid any procedures if you can. It's really a time of not cutting your hair or going under the needle or the knife, or committing to a tattoo that you think you're going to love in 5 years and you're going to say, I wanted their name on my finger or whatever, and then it ends. Right? So it's a time to stop, drop, and roll. I'm telling you, don't do a whole lot if you don't have to. And it's going to be really interesting as we have this full moon and have a new beginning with the new moon in Capricorn. There's a slow start to 2025, but a lot of big events to welcome us when we enter it. So Mars is going to leave us feeling shaken up this month. And what we want to start probably will take a little bit of time, probably more spring 2025. Now, I can get more into that later, but you'll understand as the events unfold between December 6th, more so at the end of the month. We have Chiron going direct on the 29th of December, which, hallelujah, we could all use a little break from being triggered again and again and again of our own self-limiting habits or old wounds that have come up. Remember, we have the North Node in Aries and the South Node is in Libra, but it changes in January 2025. So we're wrapping this up too. So we're saying, okay, we've learned our lessons, and this full moon is really poking and prodding you to really heal up these wounds. So don't be surprised between now and the 29th that you are going to be really closing down some cycles and doors. Now, there might be a couple little things in 2025 where you're going to feel it, but more so we're being asked by the universe to say, hey, did you heal that yet? Have you looked at that yet? Have you started implementing a healing tool or a healing practice for yourself so you can start a new practice, right? And then with Neptune, it's saying, yeah, here, let me show you again. I'm squaring the sun and the moon, and I really want you to feel it this time and see it for what it really is. So you can let it go or let them go or let the place go, whatever the case may be. So when Mars is retrograde, which it will be at this time, we're going to feel like we want to start something, but everything slowed its engine down. Now, Mars likes to go full speed ahead, and so it's going to be super frustrating for everyone for the next 3 months, basically. Okay? I'm just putting it out there. So if you want to start that new project, if you want to start a new job, if you want to meet somebody new, it's not the perfect time. You might get feelers going, that's great, but you're supposed to slow down. Now, things from the past, people from the past, they can come back with opportunities for you, and then you can consider them or reconsider them. It could be a great opportunity, but you'll really see it unfold after February 25th, technically more April 2025, when we're out of the shadow period, when we get out of the Cancer and Mars energy. It's a whole thing. So for now, I want you to just pay attention to what is coming up that you need to close down. And remember, we're in a universal 8-year in numerology, which we're being asked again from the universe, hey, what do you want to start now? 8s are all about long-term stability, growth. What do you want to learn? What do you want to grow? And then go after it. And then 2025 is a 9-year. We're coming to that culmination, that completion. We've learned all the lessons. We're literally letting go of something. It's a big part of our lives. So new things can come. So 2025 is all about change. Literally all about change. So if you're comfortable now, you're going to be very uncomfortable by the end of December 2024. And especially when the North Node, South Node change on January, I believe it's the 6th, I want to say, 6th or 7th of January. So anyways, I won't freak you out, but there is just so much happening. And then really quickly, before we go to a couple days after this full moon, we are now into the solstice. On the 21st, we enter Capricorn season. The seasons are changing. We're releasing, we're hibernating, we're getting out there. Depends on if you're, in what part of the world. But really, it's all about letting go, adjusting, and becoming the next part of ourselves. Because growth is how we grow, we learn, we evolve, and that's where we're all at, especially in 2025. So what do you need to let go of now, of 2024, in the last 16 years? What lessons is it time to close the chapter on? Okay? So with that, I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.